Why I'm done watering dead plants. When I say that, I mean forcing conversations or trying to keep up with dynamics and friendships that feel dry and one sided. It's really like, let's say, it's really exhausting in a way for you to have to be the one that has to text first all the time, or it just starts feeling like you're the only one trying to keep the spark between you and that person alive, and it shouldn't have to be like that. Yeah, it shouldn't have to be like that. It shouldn't have to feel like that, because that person should be putting in their effort and you're also putting in your effort. But when the other person is just being dry, like, and I don't mean like, you know, some people, they just have their bad days, and that's totally okay, that's totally understandable. But when it comes to it being like all the time that that person is being dry, it doesn't seem like the friendship is really working out or anything. It just gets exhausting, and that's why I have stopped talking to, I want to say a few, but it's actually a lot. Yeah, that's why I stopped talking to a lot of people, because it just get to a point where it's like, for me, I just went through the chat, and I would always see that it was me messaging first. I would always be the one messaging first. And I was like, that does seem, mm, that don't look good, you know? That seems odd. And I felt like that's not how it should be, you know? So that's why I stopped talking to a lot of people, to be honest. I just let it go. If the vibes ain't vibing, if the energy ain't like, if it's not matching, then let it go. I just let it go. Um. So yeah, if you're feeling this way about some of your friendships and you really feel like it's not working, and the person is probably, if you feel like the person is probably getting bored of you or something, y'all could, you know, talk it out. You could try to talk to the person about it and ask them what the problem is and stuff like that. You could totally do that. But if you do that and the person isn't really giving like any valid reasons to why they're, being dry, acting that type of way towards you, if they aren't really giving like any valid points, any valid reasons, and if it keeps going on after the conversation, then let it go. Hold on. My iPad is on 6%, so I gotta hurry up. Okay. Um, Along with that, me not forcing dynamics and conversation with people, I I kind of like started mm, cleaning my socials, I guess you could say. Like, for instance, for my Instagram, I took off my highlights. Yeah, I took off my highlights. Um, for TikTok, I took most of all of my reposts down. And but and for my Discord, I just logged out. So I just stopped being on social media in a way. I'm still on there, obviously, but I hid my apps. I hid my TikTok app. I hid my Instagram and my Snapchat. I deleted my Discord like a while back. So when I deleted, I logged out of it. But I hid those apps so I could have like more time to myself offline. It has helped, to be honest. It has helped. Um, the most I would, be doing on my phone is just texting one person, one of my friends, and I would scroll on Pinterest, watch some YouTube, and that's mostly it. That's mostly all I do on my phone. Because on TikTok and on Instagram, like, and on Discord, like, I'm not socializing with anybody. I'm not socializing with anyone. The same people that I stopped talking to, I, kind of gave up on, you know, I stopped communicating with them through like TikTok and and Instagram. So I kind of went ghost online, but I'm still on there though. I still use TikTok and Instagram once in a while, but I hid the apps, so I kind of made myself have limited time on them. So yeah, I really need to try my iPad. Just um. So yeah, if you're thinking about deleting social media and stuff like that, maybe you should consider it. Yeah, consider it, because you might actually like it. You may actually have more time to yourself to do your hobbies, you know, find hobbies, do a lot of things for yourself, to be honest. It would really help, because I feel like it helped me in a way, and I kind of been at, you know, peace since then. So since I have, you know, stopped forcing friendships, dynamics, kind of got off social media, I've been in my I've been in my own bubble for these past few months. I've been in my own bubble to at first it kind of was like a experiment with me like hiding my social media apps like TikTok and Instagram. It was kind of a experiment for me to see like how far my mind can wander, and like what new ideas I will come up with, what thoughts. And I guess you can say it it has kind of expanded, like my mind kind of expanded in a way. and I kind of, you know, been at peace. Yeah, I been at peace since then. Um, I even started like writing in my book. I mentioned this in my other video that had wrote something, but I didn't say what I wanted to say in the other video. So I might say all of this right at the end of. So yeah, me being like alone, not really talking to people that much, and honestly, I really don't care. I really don't care. I don't care about not talking to them, to people. I don't really feel a way, to be honest. At first, I was feeling a way, like kind of sad, kind of down, but I honestly don't really care that much, to be honest. And this is kind of related to my last video because I kind of had the realization about detaching, and I think you could kind of understand that I kind of put that realization to, me being alone, kind of detaching from things. I wouldn't say it's unhealthy because I still do have one friend that I do talk to. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't really say it's unhealthy. At least try to have one person to talk to. You know, have one friend or two friends to talk to. If you do make the decision of like coming off social media and dropping friendships that feel one-sided, it gives you more self-awareness. Sorry about that. As I was saying, it really gives you more self-awareness because like if someone doesn't if someone doesn't match your energy, you could say like that's fine, you don't have to force it, and then you could just let it go. So it really is, helpful if you want to delete socials and stop having one-sided friendships. But this is my phase of not caring anymore because I honestly don't care.